Yo, 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 what is going on, my beautiful soul family? My name is Nathan, or Bixby. I hope you all are well and taking care of yourselves today. I would just like to take a moment to breathe for a little bit if you guys would like to join me. It's a very, very beautiful feeling. How was that, you guys? Just want to take a second and just feel for a moment, you know? I, um, I really think this world is a very magical place. There has to be some magic behind it, how perfect everything is, how far away the sun is, we don't burn, how we're breathing in air. Everything, there has to be some genius behind it, whatever that is, you know? I like to call it source or the universe, but I believe source consciousness is inside all of us. You know, we are here to play. The earth is like our beautiful playground, right? And I believe everyone is on their own soul journey. And so everyone's journey is a little bit different, right? But I think overall, we are here to love and experience, you know? I would like everyone to just have fun today. Have as much fun as you would like. Joy and love is what makes the world go round, you know? The more joy you feel in your heart, the more the universe will resonate with that feeling and bring more back to you. You really are here to have as much fun as possible while we're here in such a short, limited time. People say human life is short, which it is, but at the same time, it's a very long life compared to most, Because I think I was looking online and like a fly lives like 15 to 25 days. That's pretty short, right? Or a bee makes a tablespoon of honey in its life before it's gone. And that's that bee's purpose, you know? Um, I believe we all kind of have our own little purpose, you know, and we all find our own little meaning to this silly little game of being a human, right? And it kind of is a game in a way, right? I kind of look at my body sort of like a video game avatar. This is my human vessel at the moment, but I know that I am much, much, much more, as you are, you know? I think the soul kind of chooses which body to incarnate into at the moment, whether whatever animal that is, you know? I During my meditations recently, I have been feeling such bliss and such peace. Very, very, very fortunate to be breathing and to be alive. And I can only hope the same for you guys, as that is the whole kind of point of it all. We have to have as much fun as we can, because that's kind of the whole point. You buy the things you love, you dress the way you like. I love my sick little hat that I just got. It resonates with me perfectly. And I actually was just feeling called to buy my own tarot deck also. So I'm really, really excited to get into tarot cards. I have been seeing in my mind's eye the Sun card, and I believe the Sun card resonates with me very much so. As you can see, I love my sun on this little side, and I believe it represents new beginnings, purpose. But these cards can have different meanings, for everyone. It'll resonate with you differently. And I think that's beautiful, right? All of our minds are so vastly different, right? No one has the same ego, right? The same mind, but we all come from the same essence, the same flowers blossoming from the same seed, right? And I think consciousness is a very, very, very beautiful gift, you know? We, it's a very, very beautiful thing to, to experience. And my mind kind of went blank for a second here, but I'm really trying to just go with the flow and do it, you know? I I'm really excited for my tarot cards to come in. I felt very, very resonant with the deck that I had bought. Um, I was doing my meditation that day. I was asking, for a little bit of guidance and what my purpose is. And I get little hints as the light codes are already inside me. You know, I had heard the name Isabella, and I couldn't figure out why or what this name was trying to say to me. But little do I know, lo and behold, as I'm looking for tarot cards, I go on Etsy, and about 10-15 minutes into my search, I stumble upon this Etsy seller, and lo and behold, her name is Isabella. So it tripped me out very, very, very much so. But I also felt like those were the right exact cards for me. It's a very, very beautiful and mind-blowing experience. You know, Sitting in the now, in the present moment, is all you have, right? The past or the future isn't real, as the past has already happened and only exists in your mind. So I ask for all of you to live presently today, to love yourselves, to go have fun, to dance around, to be human, a very, very beautiful human, an authentic human. Go and do the things that you're called to do. Go buy a new hat. Go get your septum pierced if it feels like you, on your soul's journey, whatever you are here to accomplish. I believe we all have our own mission in a way, as we were all sent down with some sort of purpose. I really don't think we were all kind of blindly thrown into the planet. I just don't see that as a possibility, right? But it very much could be, but I do think we all have a purpose. I ask you guys to love yourselves, love your loved ones, your family, your homies, your brothers and sisters. Love them a little bit harder today. Spread that joy. It makes the world dance. It makes the world go round. It raises the frequency of the world, of the planet. I very much love you guys deeply. Thank you very, very much for anyone that decides to tune in today. And you guys have a very, very blessed day. I will see you soon, you very, very beautiful humans.